Chapter 1 Chemical Reactions and Equations Part 3 Balancing the Chemical Equations. Learning objectives: revising the steps to write balanced chemical equations, balancing chemical equations with few examples. Steps to balance a chemical equation. Step 1. First, draw boxes around each formula. Do not change anything inside the boxes. Write the number of atoms of different elements present in the unbalanced equation. Start balancing with the compound that contains the maximum number of atoms. It may be the reactant or product. One by one, equalize the number of atoms in both the sides. Recheck the balanced equation by counting the number of atoms on both the sides of the equation. The physical state of each reactant and product should be mentioned along with their formula to make the equation more informative. Sometimes the reaction conditions such as temperature, pressure, catalyst for the reaction are indicated above or below the arrow in the equation. The given equation is Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Now, which is your reactant? Left hand side we have our reactant and your right hand side you have your product. Let us start balancing. How can we do? Compare the number of atoms in your reactant and your product side. So Fe, left side we have 1, right side we have 3. Hydrogen, here we have 2, this side also we have 2. Oxygen, here 1 and there we have actually 4. How can we select now? The bigger molecule is here Fe3O4. Let us start from there. So in Fe3O4, first we can balance the ion Fe. So here reactant, here in the left side we have only 1, product side we have 3. So multiply Fe by 3 at your reactant side. So simply Fe now becomes 3Fe. Now next one, Fe3O4, we are going to balance now your oxygen. While we are balancing, in the oxygen we have reactant side 1 and product side we have 4. So multiply the oxygen by 4 at your reactant side. So now H2O becomes 4H2O. And then the remaining one is hydrogen. While we are balancing oxygen, the left side is multiplied with 4, isn't it? So we have totally 8 hydrogen now. What about your right side? We have only 2. So simply we can multiply H2 by 4. Now let us write. How can we write? 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4 hydrogen. This is actually according to the balance. Now we can compare. How can we compare? Number of atoms. How many number of atoms in your left side and your right side in the balanced equation? Here we have left side. Look at down and then check 3Fe. This side also we have 3Fe. And hydrogen we have totally 8. This side also 8. Oxygen, 4 oxygen. Here also we have 4. So now the equation is balanced. BaCl2 plus Al2SO4 thrice gives BaSO4 plus AlCl3. Now let us balance. So you know you will have to draw the boxes above the molecule given here, and then these are your reactant and product. Now let us write the number of atoms in the reactant and the product side. Barium, left side we have 1 and right side also we have 1. Chlorine, we have 2 atoms in the reactant side and 3 in the product side. Aluminium, we have 2 in left side and right we have 1. And sulfur, we have 3 in left hand side and then 1 in our right hand side. Oxygen, we have 12 in reactant side and 4 in our product side. Now we can balance the bigger one. Here who is the bigger molecule means that is your aluminum sulfate. So Al2SO4 thrice. So from there now let us balance aluminum. In the reactant side we have 2 and product side we have 1. So we can simply multiply aluminum by 2 in the product side. So what happened? AlCl3 becomes now 2AlCl3. Now let us balance the next one. Oxygen in aluminum sulfate. So in reactant side we have 12 oxygen, in product side we have 4. So multiply the oxygen by 3 at product side. So barium sulfate now becomes 3 molecule of barium sulfate. And the next one, that is your sulfur in aluminum sulfate. Reactant side we have 3 and your product side we have 3. So no need to balance. It is already balanced. And here now, let us take barium chloride. In barium chloride, first balance barium. Reactant side we have 1. In product side actually we had 3 barium sulfate. While we are multiplying for oxygen, it is now 3. So let us multiply the barium chloride in your reactant side by 3. Then 3 molecule of barium chloride now we have. And the remaining one is chlorine. Reactant side we have the 3 barium chloride, so 6 we have. In product side also 2 AlCl3, there also we have 6. So this is also now balanced. Now let us write the equation. How can we write now? That is 3 molecule of barium chloride plus aluminum sulfate gives 3 barium sulfate plus 2 AlCl3. So let us check the number of atoms in our reactant and product. Barium we have 3 here. Right hand side also 3. Chlorine 6. Here also we have 2 Cl3, so 6. Aluminium Al2 2. Here 2 Al2. Sulfur here you have 3. Here also we have 3 barium sulfate, so 3s. And oxygen here also 2, there also 2. So this equation is now balanced. Hydrogen plus chlorine gives HCl. Check hydrogen. In the reactant side we have 2 and in product side we have only 1. So multiply the product by 2. HCl now becomes 2HCl. Check chlorine. In reactant side we have 2 and in product side after multiplication we have 2. So both the sides are now balanced. H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Now Na plus H2O gives NaOH plus hydrogen. Check hydrogen in NaOH. In the reactant side we have 2 and product side we have 3. Multiply the reactant by 2. So your water molecule now becomes 2H2O. Multiply your NaOH by 2. So NaOH becomes 2NaOH. Now check oxygen in NaOH. In reactant side after multiplication we have 2 oxygen now. In product side also after multiplication we had 2 oxygen. So both are already balanced. Check Na in NaOH. In reactant side we have 1. Product side after multiplication we have 2. So multiply the reactant also by 2. So sodium now becomes 2Na. So 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus hydrogen. This is the balanced equation. BaCl2 plus Na2SO4 gives BaSO4 plus NaCl. Let us balance now. How many barium is in left side? We have only 1. And in product side we have 1. Chlorine, 2 chlorine atom, and right hand side we have only 1. So how can we do? We can multiply the product side by 2. So 1 NaCl now becomes 2 NaCl. And then now go to the next one, Na. Reactant side we have 2. In product side after multiplication we have now 2 NaCl there. So there also we have 2. Sulfur we have 1 in reactant side and product side is also 1. Oxygen 4 in reactant and 4 in product side also. So almost everything is balanced. BaCl2 plus Na2SO4 gives BaSO4 plus 2 NaCl. Learning outcomes of this video. Steps to be followed in balancing a chemical equation. How to balance a given chemical equation. Writing the physical states of the reactants and the products. These are the learning apps for practice. Practice these apps and these are available in the description box. Press down arrow to use the link. Subscribe to get the next video. The next video is available in Chapter 1, Chemical Reactions and Equation Part 4. Topic: Types of chemical equations and oxidation reactions in everyday life. Thank you.